Nick, season 3.
We're here. We're
Holy
ready.
hell. Who would have thought?
Roll it.
From Walt Disney Pictures,
I'm gonna miss you so much.
Left Behind,
Shadow is gonna love it in the country.
Have a nice vacation!
and Far From Home, they were determined to find their way back. Now, they've set off on an adventure into an untamed world. Across treacherous mountains, where danger waits at every turn.
I gotta tell you, domesticated animals wouldn't stand a chance out here.
And the forces of nature will test their ability to survive.
I miss Shadow, Mom.
It will be an incredible journey home.
Maybe that's where they went.
But that would be hundreds of miles.
In the classic tradition of Walt Disney Entertainment comes Homeward Bound, the incredible journey.
I have a lot of issues.
Okay.
I have a lot of issues.
Yes, I love this. I love the more issues, the merrier. All right, let's start with taglines and plots.
Taglines and plots.
A fun-loving American bulldog pup, a hilarious Himalayan cat, and a wise old golden retriever embark on a long trek through the rugged wilderness of the Sierra Nevada mountains in a quest to reach home and their beloved owners. What's your problem with that, Jim?
I have a plot.
Okay.
And I have what the plot should have been.
Oh, a new category. I love this. Go ahead.
Yeah, an addendum, if you will.
Plots done poorly.
A family goes out of town for a few weeks and leaves their 3 pets with someone who is also going out of town.
Yeah.
Unsupervised, the 3 pets escape in an attempt to reunite with their family. The plot that should have been:
Okay, yeah.
a family goes on vacation, leaving their 3 pets with a family friend that lives on a farm. Nothing of note happens.
For over an hour and 20 minutes, yeah.
End credits.
Yeah. My plot done poorly is Michael J. Fox is an idiot dog, Sally Fields is a fat-shaming cat, and this fun-filled family adventure is easily 20 minutes too long.
Probably.
I felt like this movie I was like, all right, it's done. Okay, another adventure.
okay.
All right, roll out another one.
Yeah, because you think they're saved and then they're not, and then there's something else and then it's not. There are so many question marks.
Yeah. Well, where you can find and where we found it was Disney Plus.
Yes, we did.
Rated G, and it came out in the year of 1993. Now, did it surprise you at all to see who the director was? An alum of the show, Dwayne Dunham, if that name sounds familiar. He is the director of Little Giants.
Really?
And also Halloween Town, which we haven't done yet, but I'm sure is on the horizon. The writers are no slouches either. Sheila Burnford, just Homeward Bound 1 and 2. Okay, fine and fair. Caroline Thompson, Edward Scissorhands, Addams Family, Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride. She's got all the Tim Burton movies knocked
this
out.
is weird then that she starts with like a family movie and then just goes dark hard.
I guess. And the third writer, Linda Wolverton, did the Lion King original and the remake, Alice in Wonderland remake, Maleficent, and the Beauty and the Beast remake. So she's worked on a lot of the older movies in small parts and then started writing the remakes. So again,
Good
they've got
cast.
experience. They've got Disney experience too. Now we have a first. It grossed $57 million.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what the budget was?
Animals can probably get paid less.
Yeah. You're on a good track.
Unless they're Toto.
Well,
like 10 mil?
I don't know. There is no listed budget for this movie. I could not find one anywhere. So I have no idea if this movie flopped, if it was a grand success. I don't know.
Since they came out with a sequel, I would have to imagine they at least doubled or tripled their money.
I have to imagine. But it's up
all
for your
animal actors in the wilderness. I mean, that's like 90% of the movie.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't know how difficult they were to work with or how long filming was, but
all the trivia for this movie is basically paragraphs worth of information about how they got all the animals to do what
Oh,
they
I
did.
loved the trivia on IMDb. It is like humorous at how
Yeah.
much they're defending how it was made. It's
You know, people came for this movie and they're like, you would not imagine the day we had
Like,
today.
guess
Sassy
what?
was such a pain in the ass.
But they had
Sassies.
they had so many treats. So if it looked painful, it wasn't. It's when we get to that part. Oh my
Yes.
goodness!
Now, Rotten Tomatoes, 87%.
I saw that. That seems outrageously high.
I wasn't sure what your history was with this movie, but when I saw that, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna hurt your feelings or not, but 87% is high.
It's ridiculously
That is
high.
high.
I remember seeing this as a kid. I remember the cats rule, dogs drool.
Sure.
But I don't remember loving the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember loving Chance.
I don't see why not. Michael J. Fox. He's a
And
hit.
I think that's one of my notes is like, without Chance, there's no movie. He's the movie.
What came first, this movie idea, and then they cast Michael J. Fox, or did they just go to Michael J. Fox and said, "We want a kids movie where you voice animals. We'll take it from there."
And what was it?
It was the other way around. They tried casting, but
mean,
this movie is to
well
your point.
done.
It's Michael J. Fox the whole way.
And I know he ad-libbed a bunch too. We'll get into that later.
Yep.
But it sounds like he's just watching the footage ad-libbing. That makes it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
100%. And IMDb 6.9 out of 10. And just for context, there that is rated higher than Little Giants from Dwayne Dunham, our director. This movie better than Little Giants.
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Yeah, I'm on the fence as well. There was no Metascore because there weren't enough critic ratings to
Okay.
generate one.
Okay.
But you know who I found.
Roger.
And that's the man upstairs, Roger Ebert. 3 out of 4 stars.
Come on.
3 out of 4, Jim. So there I was, sitting in a theater with a lot of kids watching an animal picture. Worse, an animal picture where the animals talked. And even worse, not an animated movie, but a live action film where the animals' lips don't even move when they talk. How do they do it? Ventriloquism or telepathy? From that, just that first snippet, do you
Okay.
think he's giving
No,
us a
I was just going to say, I hope that's the end of his review. 3 out of 4.
I feel like it's multiple times he starts off, you're like, this piece of shit, 3 out of 4
I
stars. Like,
played this video game and hated it.
wait a second. I'm going to have to edit this. It says they're about to go to San Francisco on business. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what
'cause the
makes no
The
sense.
sequel, they go to San Francisco too.
Or it starts out in San Francisco. I don't
Okay.
know. It makes
All
no.
right, I'm already upset.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think is the answer.
They go to San Fran on business and leave the animals with a friend who lives on a ranch on the other side of the mountains. But will the animals understand that they are not being abandoned, or will they think they're trapped in a nightmarish 4-footed remake of Home Alone? I started to think of possible titles. Bone Alone?
Come on.
He's a writer, Jim. The wheels are always turning.
Bone
Bone
Alone.
I don't think that's a kid's movie, Roger.
is not a
It is
kid's
not
movie.
A kid's movie. No. It's in a different part of the blockbuster. Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey is a movie frankly designed for kids, and yet it has
Yeah.
a certain craftsmanship and an undeniable charm. And if you find yourself watching it with a child, you may end up liking it almost as much. You will almost certainly not be as disturbed when the cat named Sassy gets swept over a waterfall and is given up for drowned, because you know
Not a sentence.
because you know the unwritten rule in this genre is that kitty will turn up wet and mad a little farther downstream. 3 out of
Again,
4
not a
stars.
saying.
You know the saying, Jim.
You know the old saying that if a kitty gets swept away, what are you talking about?
3 out of 4 stars.
The only piece of credit I will give Roger
Yeah.
is that if you watch it with kids, I think you will enjoy it more.
Fair.
I watched it with Cam.
Mm-hmm.
He laughed a lot.
Okay.
And anti-Ebert, he's saying like, oh, their lips aren't moving. That would have been insane.
I think it
I
went,
hate when they do that in movies.
I was going to say that's probably one of the few things this movie where I was like, excellent choice. Like, don't even.
This
attempt
is like Look Who's Talking for
it. Yes.
Animals.
And also, I'm glad you mentioned that because that plays into something later on as well. So.
Good. John Travolta. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
But I like Look Who's Talking.
Agreed.
That works. Taking the mind of a child or an animal
Mm-hmm.
and then being able to read their thoughts, I think that's why it works. Because everyone wants to know, okay, oh, they get tripped up and they slip in a field. They get hit with a porcupine in the nose. They
Sure.
get swept into a river. They smell something awful. What are they thinking? We've always wanted to know that.
I'm
So
wondering
then
now.
to have that, especially with Michael J. Fox and Sally Field, that went over my head as a kid.
Agreed.
Did not realize that was
Nope.
Sally Field.
No.
Right away, I think I knew this is Michael J. Fox.
I think that was pretty
Even if I
recognizable at
didn't
that point.
know
Yeah.
his name, like the voice is so recognizable.
Yep.
But Yeah, that part I think works. Everything else, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's take it from the top.
1 minute in, I said, and we've got Michael J. Fox, the dog's making fun of everyone's names. He's going to jail. We're off and running. Like they've got it cranked up to 10. They're running through everyone's the family, all the animal names. You're getting the like sitcom intro. Like we're getting introduced to everyone.
Yes.
We're setting the stage. One of the first notes I had was I like the choice that they didn't animate their mouths. I'm on board. I love this because I would have been distracted by it the whole time.
Well, and they didn't have the technology, I'm sure, back then.
Yes.
But I think it's better without it.
Agreed. And I felt as though we might already have an early contender for our problematic category.
I'm problematic.
The cat called the dog black-faced as an insult. Do you think this is potentially... Do you think this potentially gets into the category?
I did not catch that.
It was early on. Now, Sassy has some questionable lines throughout the movie, but one of the insults towards Chance was black-faced. And I was like, I don't know, but I'd
have to rewatch that before I make a ruling.
It's worth a question. It might have to go to the judges.
Yeah, put that down.
Yeah. And we build the tension early between Chance and Shadow. You've got the old guard and the new rookie coming into town.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly, Shadow is telling Chance, like, you've got a lot to learn. Like, don't take your time, patience.
Right.
But they set the stage early. Sassy also chimes in with her quips. One early one being, get a life, get 9 of them.
Yeah. I get it.
It says it in her name. She's sassy.
She sure is.
Yep. The animals get dropped off on the farm. The family goes to San Francisco. And when the kids declare, when they ask their parents, promise us that we'll be back in 2 weeks, I was like, well, surely this is not happening. We are now addressing the thing that won't happen.
And can I ask my first question?
Please.
Maybe you understood this better than I did.
Probably not.
What is the point of them going away for 2 weeks? Because were they going on summer vacation? It appears no, because Peter's in school.
Right.
How is he in school, though, if they're leaving home?
Fair question.
A school adopts him for 2 weeks?
A legitimate question.
And then if Bob's work is for a few weeks, but maybe more... What type of... It seems like he's a professor. They keep calling him professor, I think.
Yeah, but there's a couple times where he walks around with like the big architecture paper, like giant rolls of paper. So
he's teaching architecture?
Maybe? Or...
But he doesn't know how long he'll be gone for?
It's TBD. But 2 weeks.
And then they go east of the Sierra Nevada mountains to west of the Sierra Nevada mountains. That's it. We're not going cross country. We're just going like a few hundred miles away.
Uh-huh.
For what reason?
Again, this feels like one of those, we're starting out with an idea, we'll fill in the details later sort of thing. Like we're just going to...
And they never do.
we just need to get the family away from the animals. Outside of that, doesn't matter.
Well, mission accomplished. They do that.
There were a few times in this movie I laughed out loud. One of them being the kids call to talk to the animals, and you see Shadow the dog's face and a phone just lower towards his face with a complete look of just... With a complete look of like, I don't want to do any of that. You're humiliating us both. When the phone came into scene, I just he
looks like a dog.
It looked like a Conan bit with like a little dot, like a little paw coming down. Like I was
like
dying.
Triumph.
Yeah, yes, exactly. I was dying.
But that is a question I have too, because I know their lips don't move, but they're clearly communicating to one another.
Sure.
But they don't understand people. Because they even comment like, why do they do this? I never understand what they're saying when they call us.
Right.
So you understand calling and you understand phones.
And you understand other species, interspecies language going
and distance, but not, I don't know. Like
I know geography, I don't know people.
If you think about it too long,
yeah,
just about every plot point breaks down in
it unravels
such a
from the
hurry.
beginning. Yeah. Speaking of things unraveling and breaking apart, this one, and I wanted to bring it to the table because I was like, I very easily could have missed something. Kate, the woman whose farm it is.
Don't even get me started. Don't
start.
Even get me
Push
started.
the button. Start. Kate is the one whose farm it is. The animals come to the farm, and she decides she's leaving, right?
Yeah.
And she writes a note saying, I'm leaving.
Yes.
The note flies away to reveal us a different note that she has also written that said she's going to take them instead.
I'm glad you asked this, Nick, because I
swear to God, I thought I'm like, what's happening?
I watched that scene 4 times. I Googled to see what the note said because I wanted to make sure I got this clear.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you got
This
it.
is
Excellent.
what happened.
Excellent.
My biggest problem with the movie is Kate.
Fair.
I think she's a terrible human being. Not a fan, for the
Yes.
record.
Okay, great. I love this take.
The note that Kate leaves for Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Frank, thanks for feeding the animals as usual. The old dog seems real homesick, so I took him and the other two. Page 2. Into town with me a few times. They love the ride. If you feel like it, take them with you sometimes too. Thanks again, Kate. The reason why it's an issue is because she puts page 2 on top of page 1, and page 2 blows away. So all Frank sees is, thanks for feeding the animals. The old dog seems real sick, so I took him and the other two. And he goes, took him where? What type of psychopath puts the second page of a note on top of the first page?
Okay, thank you for this clarity, because I was like, so wait, did she write a whole other note that she changed her mind but it didn't throw it away? Like what?
She wrote, it didn't fit on 2 pages.
Or the backside of the other
So
first
far,
page.
so good. Or the backside. We don't conserve paper
No,
here.
not on the farm. No.
Not in the 90s. Use all the paper you want, kids.
We're
So
lousy
she
with
leaves 2 notes, but puts the second page on top.
Mm-hmm.
The second page blows away. That is absolutely insane behavior. I cannot trust anyone who, if someone leaves
Jim,
me a
you
note
don't know what it's like
and
down on the
page
farm.
2's on top, I'm like, I'm done. I don't
First
care
of all,
what
I'm
page
angry.
1
I'm not
says.
reading any of this. I'm angry.
All I see is thanks, Kate, and I'm already in a fit of
You're
rage.
welcome, I guess. I won't. I refuse to turn a page.
She is my least favorite character.
Good.
And I'm going to say this, Kate. Do not volunteer to watch animals for someone leaving town if you yourself are leaving town.
Also
you don't
fair.
say, oh, yeah, I'll watch them. I mean, I'm not going to be here.
But sure, they'll be on my
Definition of
property.
watching is that you are present
You
in
have
the
your
moment.
eyeballs in the vicinity of the animal.
Come
Yes.
on. You're
Fair.
better than that, Kate. Or maybe you're not.
I mean,
Not a
she's
fan.
not giving us evidence that says otherwise. Good. I'm glad that this was a point of contention for you as well.
I'm so agitated with her. There's only one other character that I dislike as much.
Oh, incredible. I can't wait to get there. Okay, good. So Kate leaves the very confusing note,
Just
which
stupid-
rolls into the
stupid
rest of
behavior.
the movie. So Frank is now confused. The
Yeah,
animals,
rightfully so.
because he doesn't read notes in reverse order. Fair enough.
No, like everyone does.
The animals bail.
But why do the animals bail, Nick?
But why? Because
Because Shadow goes, something's not right.
Shadow was right.
He's an idiot.
He's an old dog, Jim. He's an old idiot.
This
What
is
do you-
my second hot take.
Oh, tell me you hate Shadow.
He's the worst.
Yes, this is incredible.
His entire vibe, his voice.
The vibes are bad, Shadow.
I don't care that he's old. It's that he is framed as this, like you said, this wise
the
dog
wise
where
old
he's
pup.
like, Chance, take your time.
Yeah.
Chance, don't eat the food. Chance, don't go by the porcupine.
Yep.
But you put them into this mess.
Fair.
You said, something's not right. I'm going home. And
Yeah.
they're like, what? Chance is chewing a boot. He's like, I'm pretty good with this all day.
Yeah.
And Shadow's like, no, you're not.
No,
Come
you're not,
with
because
me.
I'm not.
Trust me, this will all work out okay.
Yeah.
No.
No.
He convinced him out of the backyard. He convinced him to run from the pound. He says, home is just over this mountain. Spoiler alert, it's not.
And just over the mountain is a stretch. That's
Mountain range. If he said range, fine. One mountain,
That's
no.
allowed.
We'll be there before the dark.
False.
You weren't. Then he falls into a pit.
almost
idiot.
killing himself. Yeah. And to note on you saying Chance is just chewing on a boot. When that happens, he's chewing. He offers it to Sassy. Sassy's response is, "I'm not into leather." Is that a borderline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's a little sexy remark. I said, "Ooh, I'm so glad the cat's getting sexy already." Like we're already,
thank
we're already
God.
making the inappropriate adult jokes
Oh,
flat
boy.
out. Love it.
Yeah.
Just to go off the heels of that, we get several what I feel like are hours, but it's probably like seconds of footage of the dogs running away. But we're just seeing Chance's balls in about 30 straight seconds of
Not enough, if you ask me.
I was like, okay, he's a dog again. Okay, what they
Wow.
really
Wow.
just completely are leaving the balls all in the
It's like Hercules and Sandlot. Like, they're so aggressive.
you can't miss them. And I said, if this movie's redone today, they're all the dogs are girls. There's no chance they're letting dog
No
balls
chance.
flop. After this word from our sponsors.
Or they like digitally
Oh
degrade
my
his
God.
balls. Like they have to make them
Shrink them a
smaller.
little bit. They're too big. I'm
Make their mouths
distracted.
move and the ball's smaller. If Ebert had his way.
Walt? Oh my God. Sassy's saying she's not into leather. A few minutes of Chance's
didn't
balls
even catch
bouncing.
that.
Yep. This piggybacks off of your Shadow remark, which is, so now they've traversed some of this mountain already.
Yeah.
Shadow turns to them at some point and says, only come if you're serious. Like at this point, we're already in the middle of it, but turn around if you're not serious. No, Shadow, we're
Too
here.
late.
We're,
Too late.
We're in for a penny, in for a
You
pound.
kind of forced them into
yeah,
this too.
Yeah, you screwed us, man. So if I turn around, where the hell are we going? You're the one who has all the intuition to.
Are you not committed? No, not at all. I was happy chewing
You've
a
made
boot.
us do this. Yeah. I would have been happy on the farm,
This
but
is
here we
my
are.
point.
Yep. So this is where we get the beginnings of Sassy's disdain for, I will say,
Everything?
being fat, because it is the first of several fat jokes she makes. She says, "Are you calling me fat?" And he says, "No, for a hippopotamus." So there's the first playful poke at a fat
I
joke.
think he's just trying to convince her to get him a fish.
Fair. I'll allow that one. But
Okay.
there's a solid 30 seconds where Sassy cracks off like 4 fat jokes later in the movie.
I mean,
And
I
it's-
missed all of that. The
and
things
it's
that you
tough.
pick up on and the things that I
And this
wonder
is
if
why we're
it's
here.
like,
This is why we're here.
because you have 2 daughters and I have 2 boys. And
Well,
so
I
it's
caught all the
like-
ball shots too. So listen,
That's
I'm
true.
here for both sides.
You know
of
what?
it.
Great point. You're just more observant than I am.
And absolutely incredible. One of my favorite sequences in the whole movie is Sassy not wanting to swim. So she goes downstream, crosses the rocks. Spoiler alert, tree trunk snaps, sends her downstream for a series of shots that I can only describe as cat murder or cat torture, or
Right.
And then they do the multiple times this movie where they send the animal mannequin soaring off of a mountain.
Yes.
Which again, I feel like I'm just watching a Conan bit over and over. I'm dying laughing.
That I feel
the stiff body just
same
going
way. The clip that Paul Rudd plays every time he's on
the
Conan.
Mac and Me. It's totally Mac and
That's
Me.
what I
Yep.
felt like with the mountain lion like flipping out in the air. You're like,
Incredible.
that's clearly a puppet.
Some of my favorite work in the movie. Yeah. There's an old man who finds Sassy and nurses her back to life. So Chance and Shadow just carry on.
Yeah.
Another spoiler, they run into a mountain lion. Not great.
And I have is it problematic too?
Oh, excellent.
I'm problematic.
So he's a bird watcher that
Yeah, okay.
happens to stumble upon Sassy. And he goes, poor thing, how did you get all the way out here? And then he picks Sassy up with his bare hands and he's surprised to find she's not dead. So you were just going to pick up a dead cat in the woods with your bare hands? And you're like, oh,
Fair.
this one's alive.
Oh, nope, it's dead. Chuck
First
it back
off,
over
how
to-
often does this happen? And then how many dead animals are you just looking to pick up?
Listen, as a bird watcher in the wild, you don't know what you're going to come across.
That's
If it's dead, I
insane.
want to at least pick it up. Let me get a feel for this thing.
Can I touch it? Oh, it's alive. Oh, okay. Well,
Thank
I guess I'll
goodness.
put it down.
This is the first time in a week I've picked up
That's
a live animal.
weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. So Chance and Shadow, they run into the mountain lion. As soon as they come up with the seesaa idea, I already know it's coming. And I'm
Yep.
like, yes, I'm so excited. This
Catapult
mountain lion
this
is getting
mountain
absolutely launched.
Yes.
A mannequin of a big cat is going to stiffly fly through the air, which is exactly
And it
what
did.
happens. Yep. And I had a good heartfelt laugh. Another thing that I just found to be a funny just part of this movie is, so the bird watcher, we'll refer to him as, he nurses Sassy back to life and, you know, gets her healthy again. He's obviously has some sort of affection towards her. He's like smiling when he's around her, he's petting her.
Yeah.
The second Sassy hears the dogs, she just fucking takes
Yep,
off.
darts.
And he's just like, all right, see you
So
later.
yeah.
off,
be your
off to
friends.
off to the woods with you. Hopefully I don't find you dead later. Like he doesn't even make an attempt to chase her at all. He's just like, all right, off you go, Sassy.
No, it's like he knew. I think if you're
He knew
willing,
there was an unspoken language.
if you're willing to pick up dead cats with your bare hands, I think you're also willing to just let them leave at a moment's notice.
if you love something, set it free, sort of a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with you.
and if it was meant to be,
Yeah. Okay.
he's just a man of nature, I think, and so off you go.
He
Good
knew
luck.
he knew he'd have to set her free someday. Okay, fair. And then we get Chance getting quilled by the porcupine. My hot take for this movie is that I think what would be more interesting than this movie would be the making of this movie. I would watch that, them orchestrating all the different cats and dogs, all the stunts with like fake quills and
Right.
like all that stuff. The man hours that were put into the making of this movie for what it is must have been incredible. Like,
I think that's a good segue.
Trivia. and backs.
Chance and Shadow were each played by 4 dogs. Sassy was played by 10 different cats.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It's a lot of animals.
That's a lot of animals.
And then the IMDb trivia is absolutely gold.
Take a stroll through there sometime.
I genuinely recommend everyone check it out because everything is people defending it was like the actual makers of the movie were posing as commenters. So here is one example. The dog wasn't actually injured. The dog had been trained to wear a muzzle and was comfortable with it. He was able to take it off whenever he wanted to. A veterinarian removes the quills from Chance's face with pinchers, and the wounds look angry and sore. These wounds were totally fake, and the dog was not at all uncomfortable. The way it's worded just sounds like a teenage girl like, okay, listen, if you think this hurt them, it didn't, okay? It definitely didn't.
Someone got somewhat upset. They're like, this movie's stupid. Like, actually, no, it's not.
No.
I mean, if you really looked at it, yeah.
They were fed 3 meals a day, and it was gourmet food,
They were
okay?
perfect conditions, all right, okay?
Plus, there were 4 dogs and 10 cats, so they split it up
You
evenly.
try to make a movie with 10 cats and 8 dogs.
It's just wild. But I agree. I would kind of like to see any of these movies with kids or babies.
Yeah.
Just show me. I mean, we talked about this with Little Rascals.
Yes,
How
yes.
many bloopers or outtakes are there? Because you can't get them to cooperate.
No.
And so to get the perfect shot, especially like dogs catapulting mountain lions.
This is what I'm saying. This isn't like them sitting there and then staring. Like, they're hopping rocks.
There's
like,
a lot of moving parts.
if I'm going to tip my head anywhere, it's to whoever, all the people that orchestrated all the different little stunts that the animals had to do. Because
Even something
seems
simple like
exhausting.
them jumping the fence.
Yes.
It was like, I'm sure, okay, this point, go.
Yeah.
And how long did that take to set up and actually make happen?
And how many times is it like, oh, fuck, the second cat's not working. All right, get the third cat in here. Let's go.
Or
Like,
Chance's balls get caught in the fence as he jumps over. You don't know. And then like, all right, bring in the other dog.
yeah, bring in the one with
The
smaller
smaller-
balls. Obviously, the one with smaller balls.
The
Obviously.
smallest one, Susan. Jesus.
Obviously, I'm cruising through a lot of this movie.
I mean, but they're just, the plot is like family leaves, they're
Yeah.
in the woods, they come back home.
yeah.
So,
And oops, the movie almost ends 4 different times where it's like, okay, it's done.
But
No,
it doesn't.
it's not.
Nope.
All right, you
Keep it
guys can
going.
leave. Don't turn around. No. But the one thing I enjoyed was so they when they finally know they have the animals. The dad has put up the reward signs. They worked like, well, the dad, the
stepdad.
the stepdad that they eventually call dad. This
Yeah.
great, great '90s family moment.
Caught that.
Yep. They finally know that the animals are found because
There's a
Sassy
girl
and Shadow
that's
find the abandoned girl. And
I'm sorry, a girl named Molly, who is what, 3 or 4 years old by your estimation?
Yeah, probably.
She's just alone in the woods. And we're fine with that.
Yeah, that's okay because they found him, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
But they obviously cut to a scene of the parents super upset walking through like a party at night, like what would you call that? Like a
Search party.
Search party. Thank you. Screaming her name, all crying and upset.
So they
like-
have no clue where she
They have
is. So
absolutely no
she's been
clue.
missing.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. Either you were in the woods and she wandered off and you were just like, where did she go?
Our one child
Let's
that we have
come
with
back
us. Yeah.
tomorrow
Yeah.
with more people.
And how upset are you if you find out? You should feel really lucky because there was a fucking mountain lion just like less than a mile
They
away
didn't
from
even
your,
know.
from your
But
daughter.
Thank God she's rescued by 3 animals. And how do they reward the 3 animals? They bring them to a pound
bring 'em to the
and
pound.
put muzzles on them.
Yep.
Perhaps the hero animals that rescued a girl do not require muzzles.
True.
Do we
This is
think
true.
that it's possible?
It's on
They
the
could
it's on
just
the table.
sit. No reward.
No.
No parade. Go in a cage.
Straight to the pound.
Put this muzzle on.
Yep.
Thanks a lot for finding our daughter, who we are negligent parents of.
Chance was right. They were getting to the pound. They were getting put in the pound. But
Ridiculous.
So after we cruise through all that, and on top of it, they get put in the pound, and then the family is called to come get them. And before they go get them, they have escaped again. So at this
Yeah.
point, I was like, I think there's at that mark, I looked at the time because I was like, there's like 20 minutes left in this movie. We could have been done here. The family could have got them. We could have been all set. But
And
no.
this movie's not even that long.
It isn't, but it felt
It does.
When it
It
said hour 20,
feels-
I was like, no.
Right.
That does not feel like an hour 20.
Agreed.
And we could have at least lost one. We have them, we don't have them.
Yeah, one
sequence.
problem. Just cut that out.
But so once we've gone through the several times of that, the family knows that the animals are saved. So now one by one, they're going through the school. The kids are all excited to run out of school, but they go to get Jamie, the littlest one,
Yes.
who's in the middle of a play.
Yes.
And he's standing on stage.
One of my favorite moments.
And they tell him, Jamie, we found him. Jamie is holding what I would ask. I mean, what is he? 3 years old? Like he's a teeny little pup.
He's older. I would say 5-ish,
Okay, he's
but
5.
a tiny 5.
But he's holding a full-size pumpkin.
A sizable
I mean,
pumpkin.
and he drops it and this thing explodes. I'm like, how
Yes.
the hell was he holding this giant pumpkin?
That's one of my favorite parts of the movie.
I was like, come on. But I enjoyed it so much. But I was just like, the
Jamie, we found
sheer
them.
logistics.
Yay! And just shatters the pumpkin.
It's what a child would do. I've completely
so
let
good.
go of this. I'm on to the next thing. Yeah. Before they escape, Sassy is set up as the distraction to get so the dogs can get
Correct.
out. In this sequence, this little few minutes, this is where Sassy, there's one of the lines is the guy saying, "Here, kitty, kitty," and Sassy says, "Not on your life, chubby." So there's one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who was overweight?
I mean, fair, but so she hits him with a chubby.
Okay.
Hits him with a chubby. Then calls him chubby again. Another 1 minute later says, "Chow down, chubby." Okay, so there's 2. Then there's the scene where Chance is getting the quills taken out of him. He's not put under, by the way.
No, they're
Sidebar
just
of that. I
ripping
was
him
like,
out of
are you
his
fucking
face.
kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
we're just going to go to town on this animal completely awake through it all? Okay, fine. So twice she's called him fat. And the next she says, "I'll take care of Tubbo. This way, Thunderbutt." I was like, all right, Sassy. I think we got the point. Like, you've called him fat at least 4 times to my count.
He could use some more exercise, I feel.
For what goes on there, I'm sure he's chasing animals as it is.
I think she was just concerned about his overall health.
Oh, okay. So this is a concerned friend.
Yeah, I
sort
don't
of
think
thing.
it was
Okay.
an insult.
All right. So
I think it was just
I could've-
trying to make him aware.
okay, fine. I could have easily misread the situation.
It's the 90s.
And then she ended with, "This way, just don't fall on me." So again,
Yeah, really
5 times
digging
a
in.
turn. Yeah.
Sure.
So yet again, the pets escape. This is at least the 3rd or 4th time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wrote down, could they not? Was this? Did we need more of this? But
No, we didn't.
But what I think they needed, what they at the very least when they storyboarded this or came up with the idea, they said each animal has to almost die. And at that point, we haven't gotten Shadow almost dying.
Great point.
So now Shadow almost has to die,
Okay.
which is he falls into the pit of despair.
Yeah.
He can't get out. And for a while,
No.
they kind of hang on his shot for a while.
They
I was like,
do.
maybe he is dead.
I think he's dead.
I think he's actually dead. Is that one of the 8 dogs? Like that? It was just how they went.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that was the point of the movie too, is to really make you
Yes.
think like, well, don't be too happy when they find their way home, kids, because Shadow didn't make it.
Yeah.
The idiot who started this whole thing.
Exactly. I mean, it's only fair.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
And Shadow is giving up. He's saying, "Nope, leave me here." But Chance says, "No, I'm not leaving you here." Chance hits him with an "I love you, Shadow." You get a real heartfelt
yeah.
moment, a real heart-touching moment there. And then right off the heels of that, the kids call Bob dad while playing basketball. Said, "Man, we're just getting the 1-2 heartfelt moments here. 1-2 heart punches in the gut here." But one of my, again, this is where we're closing in on the end. But the kids are outside playing. They hear a dog bark.
They do.
The daughter says, "It's a dog." Well, sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they all stop in their tracks. I was like, are there no dogs around them?
Dogs
There's
don't exist. No.
Their dogs are the only dogs. Like if
Yes.
this was this neighborhood if I heard a dog barking, I wouldn't be like,
Sounds like a dog.
Penny? That's Penny.
No, it's
That's
a dog.
Penny. No, it's a dog. There are dogs around.
Yeah.
But so they stop in their tracks and you get Sassy and Chance, but where's Shadow?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if Shadow's coming. And Peter just doesn't move at all. Like I think in my mind, if I see animals coming towards me that are mine that have been gone and possibly dead, I might run. Like, oh, let me see my other animals. They all just stand still and just wait for a solid 30 seconds for Shadow to not appear.
And I also get that like each animal was each kid's quote unquote animal, but you wouldn't move at all for your sibling's animal. Like
the other animal
they
that
were
is in the house
lost.
you live-
Now they're found. You're just like, oh, that's yours.
All right, yours came and yours came. Well, I'll wait for my turn.
Yeah,
here.
I'm gonna save my excitement for if and when my animal comes.
My dog, which is the oldest, I mean by far, and then he's just accepted. Well, he's dead. He was old.
Yeah.
Well, he's not.
That's true.
He's not dead, Peter. How about
No,
that?
yeah.
And our heartfelt family reunion presents itself. An unanswerable question, if I may.
Please.
Is Shadow an appropriate name for a golden retriever?
It's just a stupid name for a dog.
When I hear Shadow, I think of like a dark-haired dog, possibly. When I hear it, maybe I'm projecting.
It's not a
in
good
there.
name.
Just an unanswerable question, just to put on the table.
No, it's answerable.
Okay.
I think it's just.
The
bad.
answer is
it's
no.
bad.
It's bad. And Chance says you get the voiceover from Michael J. Fox. He finally feels at home. The end. And My first note after the end was the unanswerable question I pitched before, which was, do you think what came first, the Michael J. Fox cameo or the script?
Mm-hmm.
We come to find out that it was, in fact, the script itself. But I think it just speaks to this movie really works because Michael J. Fox. Like, if you're a fan of this movie, it's because you love Michael J. Fox.
I think it's got to be.
Yeah.
I would love to hear if someone else loves this movie for another reason. I would love to hear why.
Just a huge Sassy fan. Just Sally Field's ride or die.
I think so. Yeah. I just have so many questions and so many unsolved mysteries or issues.
If you've got more, please.
Yeah, I do.
Do I ever? Did you see that? You used two sides of the piece of paper, okay?
I did.
Do them in reverse
like
order.
Most people do. And I didn't put the second page on top. I don't like the whole stepdad take. I wonder what happened to the regular dad.
I was going to ask, is there something I missed with Dad's Gone?
No.
We don't get the classic 90s family movie trope of he died or he left.
But they lean so hard into it too, because they're like giving him a hard time that this is all your fault. You want to leave for work. He's the one that makes the flyers. And they're like, oh, really? He made the flyers? And then you see them playing basketball at the end and they all call him dad and make it so obvious. And his reaction too is like, oh, really? He is not your dad. Mm-hmm. And so I just think that whole storyline is unnecessary. We didn't need to have a wedding at the beginning. We didn't even have any of that.
Yeah.
We could have just shot straight to dad's got to leave work for a few weeks or whatever. Leave town for a few weeks for work.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think the stepdad plot line unnecessary?
That's your dad, and they leaned into it way too hard in the 90s.
They did. It didn't really. To your point, yes. Yeah, that usually was around at the very least. Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
I just don't think
you already had the heartfelt moment of the animals nearly all dying and then coming back, so the stepdad thing kind of gets lost.
It's a separate plot point that is not needed. And kids aren't going to catch up on that.
No.
When Sassy catches a fish for chance, he scares away 2 baby black bears, and then clearly a large grizzly bear comes to their defense. Mm-hmm. Get your bears right, guys.
Guys, if not for anything,
just get your bears right.
The bears right.
Other issues I have.
Yeah.
But possibly also a reason why these movies are so nostalgic for us, because there were no cell phones.
Yes.
I have a list of 5 movie plots that are ruined by cell phones.
Oh, great. I love this.
This is one of them, because Frank just calls Kate and goes, hey, there's no dogs here? Oh, there should be. All right, I'll go look for them.
By my count, there are 2 less dogs and 1 less cat than we had previously.
Yeah, they might have gotten out. All right. Yep, found them. All right, bye.
Finn.
So that's one.
Yep.
Home Alone, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Labyrinth, where she's just like, hey, I'm stuck in this maze. Oh, it's not real. Wake up. All right. Home.
Listen, I will accept no slander upon Labyrinth.
I'm just saying, if she called home, if she had a cell phone,
in her dreams,
I think things would end differently.
And then you wouldn't get David Bowie's bulge for 90
everyone
minutes.
wins. This is amazing. Heavyweights. They go, hey, Tony Perkins is crazy. Can you please pick me up from camp?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then finally, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Dad, you shrunk us, you idiot.
But is the phone what if the phone's big? Now they all have to team up together to jump on the numbers to call them?
That would be maybe more entertaining. Especially like you got to jump on like the number 2 3 times.
What's the area code? I don't know. Yeah.
Or we could text. I mean, there's so much that could happen.
Especially if it was, what was the old texting?
That's what I'm saying. Like you jump on number 2 3 times for the letter C and you're like, backspace, backspace.
I love this, yeah.
So many of these movies just wouldn't work today because it's ruined by technology. Mm-hmm. I'm fine that they escape. I'm fine that, they can't get a hold of them. Obviously, they're animals, so they can't call on the phone.
What if the animals had a cell phone, Jim?
You know what? I'm going to add that to my notes. All right. That could have happened.
But we had some casting options. This I didn't expect. So for Shadow, I love this 1-2 punch for Shadow.
A different Golden?
Yeah, it's all animals. It's all animal casting.
What?
Jack Lemmon.
Ooh.
And Walter Matthau, the grumpy old men themselves. I guess Walter Matthau was the first choice to voice Shadow, but turned it down due to other commitments.
That seems like a weird choice to me.
You don't like Walter Matthau as Shadow?
If it's like a wise, old, slow, he sounds more like a cantankerous person.
Like a Dennis the Menace.
I'm just thinking, or a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of like a wise, caring dog.
Well, also, I didn't realize Don Amici, who plays Shadow.
Yeah.
Did you see what else he was in?
No.
Because I saw, so when you go on IMDb, it shows like old pictures of him because he was in older movies.
Yes.
One of the movies he was in was Trading Places. He's one of the 2 old men that play the trick on Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, where they
Okay.
yeah. So he's in that. He's also in Cocoon. He's in a bunch of other stuff. But once I saw the Trading Places picture, I was like, I know exactly what this is now. But
just the voice though is strange.
it is. But it was also might be because he was so old. This is his last movie.
Okay.
So just so there's your Dead or Alive. I'm already cutting into your
I didn't. I intentionally didn't choose him because he would have been like 125 years old or something.
So now for other casting, Chance. Other options were Tom Cruise, Charlie Sheen, and Emilio Estevez. All heavy hitters.
Wow.
I mean,
I think they nailed it.
I think they absolutely nailed Chance. But if you would have said in the '90s, we've got an animal movie and we're considering Tom Cruise or Emilio, I think people.
But you needed someone that was like dopey but
Yep.
energetic.
Yep.
He's perfect.
Yep. B. Arthur was the first choice for Sassy.
Ooh.
But they found Arthur's voice to be too serious and rough. So Sally Field came in.
Okay.
Another consideration for Sassy, you talked about Look Who's Talking. Well, it was Kirstie Alley herself. She turned it down. Look to film Look Who's Talking Now.
Okay.
So how about that? There's that alternate universe where you get Kirstie Alley, but you don't get her in Look Who's Talking Now. So
I'm fine with her in either role.
Yeah.
I do think Sally Field did well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like Michael J. Fox did a lot of ad-libbing.
Yeah.
If someone was I think Kirstie Alley would have been a little more funny than, I think Sally Field probably played it pretty tight to whatever the script was.
Knowing it was Sally Field, once I saw that and then hearing Sassy just break off like fat lines, I was like thinking of sweet old Forrest Gump Sally Field, like just roasting people. I was like, that it doesn't compute in my head. But to your point, Kirstie Alley,
I think she would have been funnier.
Yeah.
And those were, so Sally Field as Sassy, that was one of the things that went over my head. So Bob Seaver.
I also like this, the names are Seaver. Also.
Right. I think that was like one of 3 last names in the 90s.
Yes,
the Seavers.
Yeah.
So he's the guy from Airplane. And I think,
holy shit, I did not realize that.
As
That's
a kid,
incredible. No,
I don't see that.
No.
Then I see him in Airplane, and I'm like, why does that guy look familiar? And
Yeah.
now as an adult, I'm like, that's the guy
incredible.
from Airplane.
That's incredible.
So that's all I know him from.
Yeah.
And then just inject this into your childhood.
Perfect.
Officer Kirkwood. So one of the officers.
Yes,
at
he
the
did look
pound.
familiar.
Do you know why?
No, but I saw him and I was like, I feel like this might be something Jim will pull.
He's the Forrester. He's Mr. Forrester in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The guy that comes up in the RV.
Oh my!
And they're coming to pick him up.
Yes.
With the Thompsons.
Yes.
He is the dad.
Well done.
To go on the camping trip.
See? The podcast, it's all symbiotic. It's all coming together. When the Seavers are driving to Kate's ranch, Chance says "Bat Dog" out of the window, reference to Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Michael J. Fox was considered for the part of Robin when the filmmakers were considering introducing him in Batman in the first one, the Michael Keaton one. So evidently, that just blew my mind. I was like, I didn't know that they were ever pitching Robin as part of that movie, and that Michael J. Fox was on the board to do that.
I think he'd make a great Robin too.
I don't disagree with that. But now
like
just thinking of Michael,
Robin.
an adorable Robin, thinking of that movie with Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton, and then Michael J. Fox, like it does.
He
would
would have taken away from it.
He would have, but there is a part of me that's like, I just want to see the test screen. Like I just want to see like a few scenes of it together. So
maybe AI can whip something up for us.
Yeah, one of the stunts that, because there's so many things that I've written, but one of the ones I wrote down was when the two dogs swim across the river, Sassy doesn't want to swim, so she finds another way. She became accustomed to the water and could swim quite well. In the film, the rocks and log had been strategically placed so that the cat could jump from one to the other. When Sassy goes into the river, she was put in shallow water with a harness on her. So calm down, everyone, all right? She's okay.
I'm telling you.
She was then released by one trainer and swam to a second trainer who had a teacher attached to her harness. There were also 4 people under the water to monitor her safety. Several cats had been trained for this scene. Each one was only in the water 8 seconds. To your point,
but this is what I'm saying.
The gymnastics that they had to do to make every scene come together is
like,
insane.
There were 35 people on hand
for every scene, just like on the perimeter.
Technology. It just sounds like
to make this movie. This is my point. Like,
but
this is what
that
you got.
scene, it makes it sound like. So if you're gonna come at us, PETA, don't you dare.
They made sure to put at the end of the movie the Humane Society. There were people on set. Like this was fully vetted.
I would assume so.
Yes, you couldn't because you definitely know if there wasn't people watching the scene where she's drowning downstream, they would have had some
people would have had issue. So another trivia and facts, and I I was so wanting to come in here and be like, Nick, did you know this was based off a true story of 3 animals that traversed 400 miles an hour? And be like, actually,
tell
no,
me that.
because that's insane because it would never happen. However, this was based on a true story of a top-selling book by Sheila Burnford, who you mentioned.
Okay.
And later a 1963 movie about a close relationship between an English bull terrier, a Siamese cat, and a Labrador. They were really close.
Okay.
But to say this is based on a true story, and the true
Wait, does
story...
it say somewhere it's based on a true story?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I missed
But to
that.
say it's based on a true story, and the true story is just that there were 3 animals,
They got along.
that is hardly
That's a reach.
the same
That's
thing.
a reach. Yeah, fair. That's incredible.
This features Bart the bear, who is a very famous grizzly. He's in a bunch of movies.
Oh.
He's uncredited, which is a crime.
Yeah, you're going to pay him under the table? You give him his flowers.
He's in many movies, including White Fang, The Edge, The Great Outdoors,
Wow.
12 Monkeys, and Homeward Bound 2. In Great
Alright, put up
Outdoors,
numbers.
he's the one that gets his head, the hair blown off.
Yep, perfect.
I like that. Some trivia I did not like.
I don't like it.
Every animal's
The
dead. They all die.
the character that plays Peter,
Mm-hmm.
his name is Benj Thal.
I don't like that.
Because Benj is short for Benjamin.
No, I got that. That was the part I didn't like.
stupid.
You might as well call him Benji or just Ben. Like, what are we doing?
Fine, Benji. Benj. That's a mom's nickname for her son. Come here,
that's good.
Benj.
Come here, Ben. A bench? Your son's name is
Bench.
Bench? No, actually, it's
Bench.
Benj.
Bench.
Like with a J, with Benjamin. Oh
Like
no,
Johnny
that's not a name.
Benj.
That's not a name. Actually, that feels like one of those moves. Like my son's gonna be an actor, so let's give him a little twist on his name, something fun.
Like
so
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace.
Benj
Exactly.
Thal.
Not happening.
I don't
Benj.
like that.
No, I don't like it.
Sequels, prequels, spin-offs, and such.
This is a remake of a 1963 movie and also based after a book. The Wikipedia page is confusing a little bit because it said there's a Homeward Bound, a 1923 silent film. There's a 1980 film called Homeward Bound, which says it's a TV film, but all the links don't go anywhere. So I don't know if these films actually exist because I tried searching them and nothing was coming
I
up.
think they do, but they're just same title, different plot.
Okay.
Like, I think there's a ton of Homeward Bound movies.
Yes.
And they had to really promote this as this is it. Because if you Google Homeward Bound,
Right.
this is what comes up.
That's what I'm saying.
I think there are many other movies with that title
Yeah.
that are probably about a variety of topics.
So you get Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey, which is what we watched. There's also
Incredible Journey.
Homeward Bound 2: Lost in San Francisco, came out 3 years later.
Yep.
They rolled back Michael J. Fox and Sally Field, no Don Amici, but also stars Sinbad, Al Michaels, and Bob Uecker.
Wild.
I mean, here's the hoping we can watch the sequel. In the
I
future.
hope we don't.
And also another movie, Homeward Bound, came out in 2002, which is a TV film featuring Jake Richardson. So there's your,
Okay.
the all too famous Jake Richardson.
Who can forget?
Yeah. Well, I know what I want to forget, which I know which is coming. So just do it.
All right.
Just make it happen already.
Here it comes, Nick.
Dead or alive.
So Robert Hayes from Airplane and from this movie, who plays Bob Seaver,
Yeah. Alive.
alive.
Oh, that lean. You did that on purpose for dramatic effect. I saw
76
it.
years old. He is very much alive.
Very much alive. Airplane, Homeward Bound.
In my dreams and in real life.
And he has a drinking problem still.
He does have a drinking problem. Benj Thal,
Benj.
Peter Burnford / Seaver.
Just for having the name Benj, I'm leaning towards deceased. I don't like that name.
I don't either. Just realizing too that Burnford is after the writer's name, so that's the mom's maiden name too. Good callback. He's alive, unfortunately.
Boo!
He's 45 years old.
45, okay.
I'm sure he's doing whatever.
Just binging around.
Just pensioned up. The caterer, I don't know if you caught him at the beginning for the wedding. He was a very energetic figure.
Oh, no.
His name is Nurmi Husa. Who
Wow,
can
what a
forget
poll.
Nurmi?
What a poll you're doing. You're really testing my knowledge.
I know.
You giving me 2 alive, so I'm
Yeah.
going to say dead.
No, he's alive too.
Wow, you're really
67 years old. He's still cooking up fake
cooking
weddings.
them up. Good on you.
Yeah. And then we have Woody Eni, which what a name.
Don't mix that together.
He was Forest Ranger Mark, so he helped find the animals.
Now this is where the mind plays games
Yeah.
because you've given me 3 alives.
I have.
So naturally I would lean, oh well, it's I have to go with the dead.
You have to.
So now I'm going to reverse back to say alive.
Okay, he's dead.
You've done it again, Dahlbeck.
He died 79 years old of Parkinson's.
Oh, okay, that's sad now.
But no drug issues.
Okay.
Nothing in
not
prison.
locked up in prison.
Not
with
that I could
drug
find. Not in
overdose?
my research.
Okay. Well, I guess that's
So that's it.
something. Well, this is where we head towards our ratings, and then we figure out if this was appropriately rated, reviewed. Just for some more context, something called Cinema Score. Audiences were polled using Cinema Score. They gave the film a rare grade of A+.
That
A+.
seems-
So let's keep in context that Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of 4 stars. The crowds polled A+, 80% or 6 out of 10. Or no, I'm sorry, 6.6 on IMDb, and was it an 83%, I believe?
87.
87. I'm sorry, I undershot it. Is this movie appropriately rated and reviewed?
No.
No, agreed. When I looked back at the other IMDb reviews, I said, this is I would fairly rate it with. Free Willy got a 6 out of 10. I'd put that in the
I'm
ballpark.
right there.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Anything past,
I think upper 5s, lower 6s,
Yes.
I'm in. But the animals do all the heavy lifting in the
they
movie.
sure do.
The plot is horseshit. And it, honestly,
Cat shit, dog shit.
if that
horse
was my review from Ebert, it
shit. Just
would
one
be
word.
Just the animals do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Plot is horseshit.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 stars. 2 out of 4 stars. And I think a 6 is appropriate.
Yeah.
Did I enjoy it? I think so. I honestly think I would recommend it if you are watching it with kids.
Okay.
If you're watching it alone, it's kind of a train wreck.
Which is what I did, and I think to your point, yeah, you need kids. You need kids around to enjoy as well.
To get a little laugh
lift
in
it a
and
few
be like,
points.
okay, you're right. That was fine.
Maybe it's not such a big pile of dog shit. It's just a lesser pile of dog shit.
Just like Chance's balls. Needs to be a little bit less.
Like Chance's balls. It's fine that they're there, but just less of it. I need less.
A little bit less.
Thank you for listening. Please follow, rate, review, like, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And tune in next week when we review another cinematic masterpiece from our childhood. Until then, this way, Thunderbutt.